Aloha everyone, Joshua Hayes at BigWaveTrading.com. The stock market, excellent session overall on Wednesday. Was not perfect. As you can see, the S&P 500 rallied, but it's still right against that downtrend line. I guess I can keep moving it out over here. So as long, let me readjust that just a little bit. There we go. So as long as it's finding resistance to this downtrend line, the market is suspect for a hard pullback. You can find support at the 50, 200, the May lows, the April lows, the February lows. So there's multiple support levels. But with us still at that downtrend line, I'm still inclined to pay sputs and SPY puts intraday. Today was not a good day on my end for trading SPY puts, but small blind contract at the beginning. Cut my losses for right around a 10% loss in the morning. And then I held the final two contracts to the end of the day. And those ended with a 48% loss. Now, with that being said, though, the gains from yesterday have taken care of the last 4 days of trading. So in the last 4 days of trading these SPY puts, I've only been right 1 out of the 4 days. Still, those 4 days combined, I still have a 5% gain, and I have no problem being wrong on the SPY puts when my long positions are doing so well. And that's what they're doing today. And what did today, thanks to the IWM, as you can see here, the IWM, let's connect those highs a little bit better, broke out above that downtrend line, and as you can see, that 160.92 close is above that 160.62 high, 160.30 high. So we have the Russell 2000 at all-time highs, and that's why my portfolio of long positions did very well today. Now, with that being said, the volume is low. Another V-ramp move right into resistance, so I find it hard to believe we're just going to continue to just V-ramp, though we may, and if we do, that's great. I have my long positions, trail my stops higher. Excellent, excellent, excellent. If we don't, stocks pull back, whatever stocks hold up, great. Find new long positions. Whatever ones don't, they'll hit my trailing stops for gains. Either way, everything is good and gravy right here. But I'm still inclined to be short-term bearish because, I mean, just look at all these resistance levels, especially like on the Dow Jones Industrial Average here. I mean, there's just multiple levels of, draw that out. Just multiple levels of resistance on all of the indexes of the Russell 2000. Now, if the Russell 2000 continues to break out, I am 100% sure the other indexes will follow because the New York Stock Exchange Advanced Decline line is basically still at all-time highs. It's just a hair underneath it right now. So overall, things look good. Still, complacency is getting kind of bullish out there. The bullish complacency is starting to grow out there. But that being said, measured long positions, nothing serious here. I had only one new long signal that's actionable for Thursday and tons of ad signals. But first, the long signal. Everything I like right now is extended. Short-term extended from the 20-day moving average. And most of the stocks I like have Bob going the wrong way. For instance, this one just popped in the top of my head. SPSC, love the base it's making, but Bob's going the wrong way. Don't know why, don't care. CASM, love the move right here, but too extended short-term, needed to consolidate. RCM is the only new long position out there that I deemed not too extended to take as a new long position. The 10 and 5 are right there. You can see it's extended from the 20-day moving average, and that's why I'll be reducing my size in half. But overall, it's not extended from the current short stroke consolidation it's in. It's right above the 50-day moving average, and I have multiple resistance levels to work with. So RCM, 1% for being perfect speculator, confirmed in my price volume BOP, should be a 1.5% signal. Half it, since it's extended, 0.75% of my account capital, limit order, 850, the close, because it's extended. First cut loss level, these lows, 809. Next cut loss level for me, these green BOP lows right here, 739. And my final cut loss will be this consolidation low, 694. Now remember, first stop goes, we lose the green BOP catalyst or do it on heavier volume. I'm consolidating my stops, either all or half, but either way, they'll be consolidated. The best probably signal overall for quality is TREX. This is a CanSlim quality and perfect speculator quality stock. This is an ad signal at 50-day moving average. I would not have taken Trex if it was a CanSlim stop only. So Glob would have been a new long position. Earnings winner right at hammer candle pattern right at those gap up lows right above the 50-day moving average. If Glob would have been in my CanSlim and perfect speculator scan, would have been a new long. But since it was only in one scan, I got BOP going the wrong way. So right now in this tape, I want to adhere to my rules so it's not a long position. Now Trex on the other hand, it's cancel them and perfect speculator, so I don't care about BOP going the wrong way since volume was above average and heavier in the session before. So I want to add to Trex. It was in my cancel them scan, perfect speculator scan, confirmed in my price volume BOP surge scan. Normally be 2%, but it's an add signal, so 1%. Limit order, the high of the day, 112.12. First cut loss level, 109.26 right there. Second cut loss, the gap fill at 106.86. And my final cut loss for now, 102.09. And once again, one level goes, losing the catalyst. We'll be moving them all up. Then ILPT. ILPT is a new issue, IPO. Volume surge, BOP surge right above the 50-day moving average with that handle candle pattern reversing that price bar from the session before. This was in my IPO scan, so I consider it a higher quality signal because IPOs can be explosive, a la INSP, since we went long 4 days ago, 26% gain. That's why I like IPOs when they have good signals. ILPT in my IPO scan was confirmed in my price volume BOP surge scan, so normally 1.5%. Since it's an ad, 0.75%. Limit order 2102. First cut loss 2041. Second cut loss 2007. Final cut loss 1968. And if you want to be really cute, I'm not. You could do a quarter here, even a quarter, a quarter, a quarter, a quarter. For me, 33.33%, 33.33%, 33.33% ILPT. And then FIVN. Can Slim quality stock confirmed in my max green BOP for 5 days scan. FIVN is printing a bullish hammer candle over candlestick pattern on heavier above average volume with that max green BOP like I said. Can Slim quality confirmed in max green BOP scan should normally be 1.5% signal. It's an add signal so it's halved, 0.75. Limit order buy 30.54 the high of the day. First cut loss 29.70. Second cut loss, the pocket pivot point signal day, 28.04. Final cut loss, 26.91. Once again, this level goes, heavier volume or loses green BOP. All to at least half of my stops will be raised and consolidated. And the final add signal, HOLI. Beautiful move yesterday. Kind of thought that was a bearish move with the close well off the highs and basically closing slightly above where it opened. So I moved a third of my stops here. So I had a third here, one here, and then I'm using a deep stop on Holly back here. But now, after today's add signal, this is what I'll be doing. I'm going to go long Holly. Now, Holly was in my cancel them scan, confirmed my price volume BOP scan. Would normally be a 1.5% long signal, but it's extended, so it's 0.75%, and it's an add signal, so you can drop that down to 0.375%. But me, it's an earnings winner. Remember what I told you, when it's close to a moving average, I'll kind of decide on my own what I want to do. I only risk about 1% from where Holly is right now to this first failure. So I'm going to treat it as a not extended stock since it's right there at the gap up lows, low a day right there, and the 50-day moving average. So I'm going to be going long 0.75% of my account capital in Holly. Limit order 25 the close. First cut loss now 23.98. My second cut loss 23. The gap fill, this high here and this high here. They're both at 23. And my final cut loss, this low right here, 21.54. So 33.33% here, 33.33% there, 33.33% there on Holly. End of day sell signals, just want to run through them. PPLT, 50%. Move half of your stops here. My final stop is right there. HBIO, 50% of my remaining stops will be right here. My final 50% will be right there on HBIO. And ARL, I was shaken out of all of it, and I got a terrible fill. You see the low of day there, 15.52? You know what my fill was? I think it was like $15.12, $15.15. Either way, I'm done with ARL. But if you're still long, I was knocked completely out because that was my final stop. Wasn't giving it any room to fail on me. Bad move maybe, but if you're still long, 50% should be here, and your final 50% should be right there. Or you can move it all to right there. It's up to you. And then the fails today, PRTY. I was knocked out of all of it today. Had a stop here, had a stop here. They both got ran. And then CIB is a 100% full sell signal closing below the 20-day moving average. I know it's not closing below this low right here just yet. That is now my final sell stop. I'm not moving at all to right here, 46.51. My final sell stop is, oh, sorry, it's right here, 46.40. So you can either use 46.51. I'll give it just a little bit more room. My final stop is 46.39 CIB. I was knocked out of well over half of it today. I believe I had 4 stops, 2 got taken out, but well over half, like 66 to 75% of CIB is now out on my end because I really consolidated my remaining stops to this low and this low, the 2 heavy volume down days. All right, everyone, I will see you in the chat room on Thursday. Everything is looking good so far. Also, profit taking signals, LGCY, if you're still long, which you should be, that's a 20% profit taking signal at the close. Boot, you see that huge volume surge today? How it's heavier than any volume you see on this chart? Loan, do you see that volume surge today? How it's heavier than any volume on that chart? And see how far the price is extended from its longer term moving average? Those are 25% profit taking signals, and I'll be moving my closest trailing stop to today's low of day on both names.